Mr. Speaker, I might point out that the real ideology at work here is stranding workers and communities, which the previous government planned to do. So immediately we took action, Mr. Speaker, and we looked at the fact that 12 of these 18 plants were going to be decommissioned beginning in 2019 because they had reached their end of economic life, and that we would need to put some kind of transition plan in place for those plants, which we are doing, which will be in the budget. Now, why did we take this decision, Mr. Speaker? One word: health.
Calgary Northwest.
Mr. Speaker, listening to the debate yesterday, I heard the Minister of Economic Development tell this House they're interested in good ideas, regardless of where they come from. There are some solid ideas, like, for instance, in October 2013, the member for Beverly Clareview called on the previous government to create an environmental monitoring organization that is independent and at arm's length from the government and free from any political interference.
Great idea.
To the Minister of Economic Development, how does eliminating Emera, an independent, arm's-length agency, work to help you achieve your goals?
Good question. Minister of Environment and Parks.
Well, absolutely, Mr. Speaker. And, as part of our broader review of agencies, boards and commissions to find efficiencies, our government conducted an independent review of Emera. And our government has always said that we need to do a better job of monitoring the environment, and that's what this decision will deliver. Now, Mr. Speaker, the Science Advisory Panel that we are retaining will report directly to Albertans. We have asked the Auditor General to examine the matter within 2 years' time. In addition, Mr. Speaker, the good work that was happening within Emera will continue without the costly administrative duplication that the previous government built into it.
First supplemental.
That's wonderful news. So the jobs are on panels. Good. That's nice to have clarity. In the statement by the Minister of Economic Development Trade, he noted that unless there was an independent and arm's-length body, the organization would be at the mercy of the minister and their political direction. To the Minister of Environment, how can Albertans feel assured this new body will be accountable when it's now at your mercy?
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as part of the broader review of agencies, boards and commissions, the fact is that this province looked at the duplication, the administrative, bureaucratic inertia within duplicating efforts, and we decided that monitoring is on the level of public safety and public health. It is core government business for which the government is responsible, Mr. Speaker. And you know what? We will see how it all works out, but the fact of the matter is that the Auditor General will be examining it in 2 years' time.
Given, Mr. Speaker, that on October 31st, 2013, the Minister of Economic Development said, quote, "When you don't have an arm's length, a distance between the government and the body they're selecting, questions arise, questions about judgment." So this statement is directly at odds with what your government has done by eliminating the independence of Emera. To the minister, who in your government made the judgment to walk away from accountability and transparency?
Auditor that minister. Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As part of the ABC review, I requested the former Deputy Minister of Environment Canada to conduct a thorough review of Emera. And what we have come up with, Mr. Speaker, is the fact that the Science Advisory Panel will report directly to the public, will work with the Chief Scientist to identify gaps and address those gaps through peer review, Mr. Speaker. That is the core good business that we are carrying forward with Emera. What we are eliminating, Mr. Speaker, is the former government's proclivity towards appointing our friends to boards and costly duplication of executive teams. That is what we are eliminating. That is how this government is going to move forward.
Drayton Valley, Devon.